Hello everybody, welcome to That's Football with Mark Goldbridge and you as we go with a bonus. Well, I wouldn't say it's a bonus actually. I don't even know if I'm live because I'm not even on my live comments. I'm filling time. But look, Manchester City against Brighton. I feel that it's a game whereby we will win. We won't. Well, what am I talking about? Get in it. I feel that this is a game that Manchester City will win. But you know what? It's also one of those games that if they don't win, you want to be watching it. So we do need Brighton to get something here today, don't we, collectively? But I've got to say that Manchester City are going to be very, very firm favourites, and I hope that you're all doing very, very well. So I'm going to go through the team news on this one, and yeah, I mean Brighton are struggling, as we know. They're not in the places that they would like to be. Currently, fourth from bottom, 3 points. They played 2 games more than Fulham, and they could be in the bottom 3 if they're not too careful. They could be in the bottom 3 tonight, technically, if Fulham beat Spurs later on. But Manchester City are going to be firm favourites. They're playing very, very well at the moment. Their team is as follows. They've got Ederson in goal. They've got Cancelo, Stones, Ruben Diaz, Zinchenko, Bernardo Silva, Rodri, Gundogan, Mahrez, De Bruyne and Foden. They're playing this false 9 shit again. Clever Pep. And then Brighton have got Sanchez, Webster, Dunk, Byrne, Feltzman, Bernardo, White, Proper, Tau, McAllister and Trossard. So that's how they're set up. No place for Morpay. He's on the bench. So look, I think if we were to see if Brighton could get something here tonight, it would be absolutely fantastic. So it would. Palmaria says, "Hi Mark, it's my birthday today, and I want to thank you and everyone at the United Stand for keeping me sane during this pandemic. Plus your FIFA streams and watch-alongs. No more bloody Burnley." Well, we put Burnley to bed last night, didn't we? Well, Man United did in real life. I need to do it on my FIFA career road, which will be back tomorrow. We'll be doing a watch-along for Palace Arsenal tomorrow. Should be a better and much closer one than this one, says Lalana's in pyjamas. Lalana's in pyjamas. I do like a lot of your comments because you almost set me up. If you are my De Bruyne, you are the De Bruyne to my Aguero. I am the Cavani to your Bruno. You set me up. So basically, Lalana's in pyjamas is saying that, are you going to do Arsenal versus Crystal Palace tomorrow because it looks like a better game? I don't watch relegation against mid-table shit. I'm watching title rivals playing against the relegation side. This game is way better than Arsenal Palace because who wants to watch a mid-table club playing a potentially relegation club on a Thursday night? We're watching this because it's a title rival. And that feels good to say. And, you know, I know certain Arsenal fans will be fuming about that, but some Arsenal fans I speak to actually will acknowledge it and say, you know what, he knows what he's on about. But thanks, Lalana's in pyjamas, for setting me up here. Anyway, we're all Brighton tonight, aren't we? Not Marcus, but we are all Brighton. There's not many Man City fans anyway, and but my prediction is they're going to win. I'm going to go with a 3-0 win for City here, and if that does happen, it does happen. But ultimately, what I'm trying to say is that I feel that even if City do win, and I expect them to win, it's still a very worthwhile game to watch because I think that the way the league looks at the moment, and we'll delve into that a little bit more during the game, but the way the league works at the moment is that if Manchester United don't keep winning, then City can say, if we win our games in hand, we're top of the league. Basically, if United draw or lose to Liverpool at the weekend, then City will be in that position where they can say, well, if we win our games in hand, we're top of the league. If City win their games in hand over United at the moment, they'd be 1 point behind us. So we've got to keep winning, or we need City to drop points. And both of those is a big ask. Not a big ass. Not talking about Kim Kardashian. A big ask. There's a K in there. And I'm not talking about Kanye. Bang! Oh, it's gold and it's free. You're blessed. I almost feel like telling that again because I didn't even. It just happens. It's like ideas. That was brilliant. That's one of my best yet. That's absolutely brilliant. Morpay's won it at the end. I beg this happens tonight, says Ewan Black. And come on, City. says an old brownie. And from a scale of not Irish at all to a proud Irishman, how Irish are you, says Ben Lowen. I'm not Irish at all, but I love Ireland because I lived there for 3 years and it changed my life. So I'll always have a bit of Ireland in me. Not like that, but no, I owe a lot to Ireland, and that's why I always big it up. But I'm not Irish. I can't pretend to be Irish. I wish I had some gran or granddad, but then again, I probably still could play for Ireland. But no, I love Ireland, and if they want a part of me, they can have a part of me because I love it. But Morpé's on the bench. He could still win it at the end. People are saying it can't happen. It can happen. We're off. The kickoff is off, and we're off. And we have got the timer working as well. That's all set up. Lovely set, by the way. Big shout out to Drawty if you've not seen it. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. If you didn't hear the joke, I'm going to do the worst thing now ever. This is almost as bad as my wife when she laughs at her own jokes, which I just go, what are you doing? But when you have to explain a joke. So I said it's a big ask. I said it's a big ask for Brighton to get something tonight. But because I said big ask, it sounds a little bit like big ass. So I said it's a big ask for Brighton to win tonight. Not a big arse like Kim Kardashian, a big ask. There's a K in it. A bit like Kim Kardashian. And I'm not talking about Kanye. Kim Kardashian's married to Kanye. See, it works. It works. Some people are saying, don't retell it. If you get it, you get it. Apparently, I'm on the 442s video. I will write that down to check later. And yes, there is a United stand show at 8 o'clock. In fact, I'm very much looking forward to it because there was a really good Q&A this afternoon with a certain journalist who, answered a few things that are quite interesting. I tweeted about one of them, actually, and then I got Jan Argafjortov telling me I was wrong. And I went, Jan, I'm just quoting the article. It's not my thing. So basically what happened is Man City passing the ball about here. With our current crisis, come on City, says Matthew Paul. And every Fulham fan is a City fan tonight, says an old brownie. Oh, I see what you mean. There's all sorts of connotations. So basically, I put a tweet out this afternoon saying I've just read an article saying that United will never go for Haaland because they can't stand Raiola. Jan Argafjortov quote tweeted it and said that's not true. United and a number of other clubs would be all over the Haaland deal if it happened. Then in the people in the replies, burned, Goldbridge sat down, Goldbridge in the mud. And even Jan Argafjortov replied and went, but his tweet doesn't say it's his information. As basically as a friend, I'm quote tweeting it to say that that's not the case, encouraging that United fans that you can get Haaland. But no, apparently it's always my information, even though I said I read it and I can tell you where it's from. I will watch 442s on YouTube, Zenix, but I can't do it now because I'm actually live watching this match with you. City on the ball at the moment. Brighton are going to have to be well organised tonight. I wonder, though, and I'm probably going to get completely sat down on this, but we played against City a week ago, and they played this false nine thing. I'm very glowing of the false nine, and I'll tell you why in a minute, but there is no striker, and they didn't create loads of chances. So I'm, as good as it is, and it is fantastic, and I'll explain why in a minute. Hopefully they won't create many chances. Mark, make a triple decker sandwich for good luck. P.S. When are you going to use the Pro Clubs cam on FIFA? Says David Nihan. I don't even know how. I don't know how. How are you today, Mark? Says Matthew Larney. I'm very, very tired today. Very tired today. I've had this thing with my doctor. I'm not the doctor. I'm the patient. So I've had this thing with my left eye for a while. I don't know if you can see it. I've got like a bloodshot eye on the left-hand side, and it's been like that for the last few days. But even before Christmas, when I was walking outside, my eye was dripping. Like, no reason. Like it's a bit cold. And then it started happening more and more. I've never had any pain there. And now it's bloodshot on the left-hand side. But I've got no itchiness. I've got no pain there. I don't know whether I've got a blocked tear duct or something. I have got a bit of a cold. But I don't know. It's just making me feel very run down. So you don't want to take up doctors' times, do you? So I don't know why I'm telling you this story. But I just feel a bit run down, really, but tired. But then again, I didn't go to sleep till about 1:30 last night because I was so buzzing about United. And then I was up at 7:30. So, it's tiring, isn't it? I've had my tea, Holly. I don't know whether you've heard of Gusto, but we've tried it out. I'm not sponsored by them. We've tried it out, this Gusto thing where you can order your food in for the week. So we get 4 meals sent through, and then you cook it. Loads of people are doing it now. I think it's because of lockdown to spice your life up a bit. Some people watch porn. Some people get different dinners ordered. And unfortunately, so we had like this chicken potato pie. It was lovely. Really nice. And peas and stuff, which were infused with garlic butter. Lovely. Herb tea or black tea, says Racehorse Red. Peppermint tea for me. I think it's called top of the league itis. Let's hope the symptoms carry on, says Tom Curtis. Thanks for the super chat. You can do that through the $sign. So Brighton here could be in for a long, hard game, but I hope it's going to be a long, quick game. Let's hope for that anyway. Keep your eye on Percy Tau. He's from my country, South Africa, says Bloom Monster. We faced him last season when he played for Goldbridge, come on Brighton. And that's from Bloom Monster, as I said. You know what? We will keep an eye on Percy Tau. He's the player up there through the middle, isn't he? And, they're going to get Casido as well. Where's Basuma for them? That's what I want to know. Where is Basuma? Because he's not playing for Brighton tonight. Has he got another suspension? That's a big loss for them. I don't know. He's not on the bench either. So, it's hard enough for Brighton anyway without having to play their suspended again. He's bloody suspended again. He's always bloody suspended. Lamptey, I presume, is injured again. So they're missing a couple of players, Brighton, tonight, to be honest. I do still play Ultimate Team. I just get January is ridiculous. It's so busy. There's so many games. It's always a busy time, January. So I don't try and commit to playing Ultimate Team and that. But I will be back playing that. I am going to check 4-4-2s out, but I can't do it when I'm live on air. Basuma's always suspended, says Dylan Gill. City just knocking it about a bit here. Just let me talk to you about Man City for a moment, because I have said this before on the United stand, so I don't want to repeat myself. But let me just talk about their next few fixtures. They have got 2 games in hand, Manchester City, but I don't know when they're going to play those games in hand, because they're playing games when we're playing games. So here is Mahrez into... Good play there. I don't know who that is. Is it Cancelo? Cross comes in. Back post. Get rid of it. Foden. Zinchenko. Good block. Get it out, Brighton. Get it out. There will be more cooking with Goldbridge. Yes, MXSH1. They've rode a bit of danger here. I would imagine City are probably going to have about 80% possession tonight. Answering the United stand questions at 8 o'clock. Do you think Newcastle will get relegated, Jerry? No. I don't think they're going to go down. I haven't looked at the bottom for a while. Whoa, that's what she said. No, I haven't looked at the bottom of the league for a while, and I don't know when Manchester City are playing their games in hand, but it doesn't look like they're playing them for a while. But when you look at the bottom 3, Sheffield United are going to go down. They're 10 points from safety, which is a huge ask with a K. West Brom, I think they will go down as well. And I think Fulham will go down. Newcastle, Burnley, Brighton, I think they'll be fine. I certainly think Burnley and Newcastle will. Brighton got a bit of a chance to attack here. Cross comes in. It's a terrible one. Who is that bag of shit on the right-hand side for Brighton there? 24. You are shit, mate. No, I didn't say ship. I said you're shit. 24. 34. Veltman. He's slower than a corpse. Look at him. That's it. He's sprinting. He's so slow. He's 20. No, he's not. He's 24. Proper. He's proper slow. Proper. That was a really good chance for Brighton, and bloody Proper messes it up. That could have been a goal for Brighton. You've got to take your chances. We need Brighton to score, and they're not going to keep a clean sheet. We need a clean sheet. They need to score. But let me just talk to you about City for a moment. Please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. City have got to play Villa. I was going to say, the way that Pep Guardiola sets this team up with a false 9, so much planning goes into it. As I said, football can be very, very simple, but the way he gets his team to play, the way they move around, I don't personally find it that interesting to watch. I find it a bit boring. But, it isn't boring, really. I just don't really it's not my style of football. Little tiki-taka, moving around shit. It's like Barcelona in their prime. I like crosses in the box. I like people who are going to shoot from 30 yards. That's entertaining football to me. But to some people, this is their entertainment, and but it takes hours and hours of planning from Pep, and the players need to be very intelligent to be able to move around and swap positions all the time. So it's you got to give Pep his dues there. He does, it's a lot harder to play without a number 9 and get people to move in and out. They pass too much, says Aglani. I've been saying this for a decade. I don't like Pep's brand of football. I admire it and I respect it and I know how much work goes into it, but it's not. I find it a little bit. But I used to get bored of Barcelona as well, and then the reason I used to get bored of Barcelona is because I thought no one's ever going to beat. There was a time with Barcelona I was like, no one's going to be able to beat them, and then I think Mourinho did it, didn't he, with Inter? And I was like, anti-football, part of the bus, but I was sort of happy in a way because I was like, God, I'm so bored of Barcelona and the way they play. They were just, too good for a little bit. Dave Jordan says at least City have a play style unlike United. Yeah, Dave. What down there, Dave? I'm not asking you to do anything down there, Dave. What I'm saying that sounded really bad. Get down there, Dave. No, what I mean is I'm looking down at you, Dave. That sounds even worse. We're top of the league, Dave. No style of play, no tactics apparently, but we are top of the league. I said we are top of the league. I'm going to enjoy it while we're top of the league, by the way. I don't think we're going to win the league, but I am going to enjoy it while we're top of the league. Mahrez into De Bruyne. Come on, Brighton. Come on, Brighton. Do something. All out of ideas here. Hi, Mark. I'm a Liverpool fan. I think it's much more interesting with United at the top of the table. Title race against City isn't nearly as fun, so I hope they get slapped today. Come on, Brighton. Says Frost. But I would love it to be It's a weird one, because if we're not going to win the league, I want City to win it, because I just don't want Liverpool to win it. But then, if we're going to win it, I want to win it against Liverpool. So it's a difficult one, isn't it? And you've just got to be brave. So I hope it is Liverpool and United in a title race. But I don't even know if we're going to be in a title race yet. But we really, both Liverpool and United, I think, are united on the fact that we want City to drop points, because they look a threat at the moment. Brighton in the box, cross, nobody on the back post. Over the bar. It's that. No, it's not. I was going to moan about proper again. Brighton consistently have the worst kit in the Premier League, says Revenger's Funeral. And here's a question for you, because I'm not going to tell you why. I've got a few things planned in January, and I'm not going to tell you what they are, because you might get too excited, or you might just go, that's shit. But I have got a few questions I want to ask you tonight. I've got this email in my inbox. No, I haven't really. I'm not going to tell that. Anyway, basically, who do you think is your best centre-back pairing in Premier League history? And I don't want Terry and Carvalho or Keown and Adams. You can take one from each, and which is what you should do. So you could say Terry and Van Dijk. You could say Vidic and Smalling. I want a pair. They don't have to have played together, is what I'm saying, because my best ever Premier League centre-back pairing don't play for the same club. My best ever centre-back pairing is quite controversial, but I've actually been thinking about this quite a lot, and I'm happy with my decision. But I wanted to know what a lot of you say. So Van Dijk and Vidic, says Hoffen98, and this should be a goal for City. Great save. Good tackle. Good save by the keeper there. Need him to have a very good game tonight. What is he? Who is that player for Brighton? He's a bag of shit. Pissing about all the time. He was onside as well there. Number 10 for Brighton. McAllister. Just keeps bloody getting stuck under the ball. Vidic and Van Dijk. A lot of Rio and Vidic, Maguire and Phil Jones, Rio and Woodgate, says Dylan Howarth, Vidic and Stam, Vidic and Rio. Yeah, you got to remember people like Stam actually. Adams and Stam, Company and Van Dijk, says Javier Borza. I you know what? Everyone talks about strikers, but on That's Football, we like to do things a little bit differently. And you've got a whole Premier League era. My candidates would be Tony Adams, John Terry, Nemanja Vidic, Virgil van Dijk, Company, Rio Ferdinand as well. That's 6 already. Yeah, you could maybe put Carvalho in there as well from Chelsea days as well. You could maybe put Martin Keown in there. Sol Campbell, I think, would have to be in there as well. He gets forgotten a lot, and he gets very angry about that. Thoughts on Sterling? Do you think he's better than Rashford, more talented, or just had better coaching and plays in a system that suits him better? Says Oi Oi. I think Sterling's a very good player, but I think he's a frustrating player as well. I prefer Rashford. Just on the eye, I think Rashford looks a better footballer than Sterling, but Sterling probably is the better footballer, if I'm honest. Mark, how are you? Bit disappointed in you, mate. I prefer you did a FIFA career team today rather than this boring game, which obviously City will win. Well, Andrew, I just didn't feel like playing FIFA today. I felt like watching this game, and, I had this thing that, what if City didn't win? What if they didn't win? And I know it's a big what if, but what if they didn't win? Company was fantastic in his prime. Curtis Fisher is right. And what I would say about Van Dijk is that don't dismiss him because he's happening in the now. His career at Liverpool is good. And I think he has to be considered as well. Maldini and Nesta did not play in the Premier League, Carlos, so we can't use those. And neither did Bobby Moore. Ledley King was good. Says Racehorse Red. He was, yeah. Never Van Dijk, says Archie Wall. Me, you and my friend, please respond. What would you think? Stam and Van Dijk, says Lucy Springthorpe. Stam was good. Company and Rio, says Ian Dwan. McNair and Blackett, says VJ. I mean, John, does John Terry never get mentioned just because he's a bit of a prat? You're not judging them on their personality, you're judging on their ability. John Terry was a very good centre-back. It doesn't pain me to say that because what somebody's like off the pitch doesn't bother me in relation to their footballing ability. I can tell you, I could give you names of footballers that you think shit gold and are legends, and they are complete twats in real life. So, as you mature, you realise this more. You should always judge them on their footballing ability. We all know what John Terry is. We've all heard the stories. We've all seen the rumours. We've all maybe evidenced it ourselves. But he was a very good centre-back. Jamie Carragher kidding. He's the most overrated. Thinks he was prime Vidic, but got about 2 honours to his name, says Nick M. The funny thing about Carragher is how he retired from England duty because he thought he should be starting ahead of Terry and Ferdinand. You definitely shouldn't have been. Jamie Carragher had a good career and did very well to do what he did because I never thought he was that good. I didn't think he was bad, but I never felt that he was in the same category as a Ledley King, a Rio Ferdinand, or a John Terry who were around at that time. So yeah, but the great thing about sports people and people like Jamie Carragher is they back themselves, don't they? What a ball that is! Come on then, come on Trossard into the box. He's all on his own. And he shoots wide. Bloody hell. Phil Jones and Mike Smalling, says Bloom Monster. Thanks for the super chat. And Huth and Wes Morgan, I'm a Leicester fan, says LCFC. Well, I was trying to think there. I was trying to think if there is any players that actually, I think Ledley King's a good shout, but never, injury ruined him. I think Sol Campbell gets forgotten about. Why does Sol Campbell get forgotten about? Why is it when we think about the Premier League's best ever centre-backs? Modern day, you're going to say people like Company and Van Dijk. Obviously, people always go for people like Vidic and Terry. And Adams gets mentioned. Tony Adams from Arsenal. Rio, of course. But nobody ever mentions Sol Campbell. And I don't know why. Because, I know Sol Campbell moans about a lot of things. But I actually think he's right about moaning. He was a very good centre-back. Is it because of how he went from Spurs to Arsenal? I don't know. But he was good. He was good, Sol Campbell. 2002 World Cup, which was Rio Ferdinand's breakout sort of tournament, it was Sol Campbell who got named in the team of the tournament, not Rio Ferdinand. So he was good. He was very good. Steve Bruce is a good shout as well. Edward Bentley, probably Steve Bruce probably suffers from the fact that he was at the start, and welcome to Radibi, latest member of the United Stand Members Club. Corner to Man City here. Foden with it. Get rid of it. Van Dijk crosses it. Keeper gets hold of it. 20 minutes gone. Still 0-0. Ted Wilkie says, I wrote the chords for Cup of Tea and Biscuits. I can guarantee you C was in it. C was in every song I ever wrote. Cup of Tea and Biscuits. I remember my mate who was in a band. I told him about this song I'd wrote called Cup of Tea and Biscuits, and he was like, oh, I can't wait to listen to it. It just sounds like a really quirky sort of Blur song. I was like, yeah. And I was like getting quite proud. And then I played it to him, and I could just tell by his face, he knew that it was shit. But he didn't want to tell me. He just said, good name for a song, shall we go down the pub? Like, you don't want to use it then. Laporte and Van Dijk, says Manav. Come on. Most famous person you've ever met, says Jamie Thompson. Oh, I've met quite a few. To talk to though, good tackle by Brighton. I'm trying to think. I mean, there's quite a lot of football people I've met. Stay on side. Slip him in. He's not offside. Get your flag down, you prats. You cretin. Look at you with your cretin face. He wasn't offside. No, he's miles off. Bloody prat. Hold the line. Laporte can't even get in the Man City side, so why would he be in the best? Mark, this list of defenders that could have been world class if not blighted by injuries. Woodgate, says Andrew C. Koscielny, Ledley King. Any more I miss? Koscielny was a good player, wasn't he? What was the name of that one who used to play for Arsenal? Advocat. It sounded like a drink. That's not his name. Vermaelen. Why am I going with an A? Thomas Vermaelen. Remember how Arsenal fans used to think he was the best? Brighton on the attack. That's a nice little ball into the box. Stones. Kept it in. Brighton. You've only by Lorcan Smith and Vidic and Diaz, says Killian Riley. Odrin says, who's going to win the league? Unbiased opinion. My prediction at the start of the season, my top four prediction at the start of the season was actually Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City, United. I'm hoping I'm going to be very wrong on that, but that was my pre-start to the season opinion. So I still think Liverpool will win the league, and obviously I don't want them to because they're our biggest rival, but I still think that they have. I mean, look, Liverpool have had a very good season considering the injuries they've had, and I think that if Liverpool and Manchester City and United have the same second half, considering Liverpool Man United is the 18th game of the season for both of them, that means we're exactly halfway through the season. If both teams replicate the first half of the season, and they might well do that because I still think a lot of points will get dropped, then the title winner will win the title with about 73 points. Oh, Man City nearly scoring there. Cleared away by Brighton. Crossed to the back post, across the 6-yard box. Then cleared by Brighton. So 73 points could win the title. Actually, 19 games is halfway. I've got crap maths. So add another 3 on, halve it. So about 74, 75 points. That'd be a lot. 74, 75 points! Points, you bloody prat! Points! 74, 75 pints. Please again! Bloody done it again! Idiot! About 75 points will win the title this year, which would be, I think, the lowest ever points total equaled. United won it with 75 points in 96-97 season. So arguing with myself here. I'm more than capable. Something tells me I might need a pint. So yeah, I mean, I think it's. I think Liverpool have done fantastically well with the crises that they've had, and they're still at the top of the league. If they can get players back, I think Liverpool will be a challenger. And we will be doing a watch-along for it, but Liverpool are playing Manchester City at the start of February. That game will be massive, because if Man City do what everyone expects them to do and win their next 5 or 6 Premier League games, Liverpool will be behind Man City. And then Liverpool will need to beat Man City like they need to beat United. So there's a few twists and turns to go yet. And I think Liverpool, before they play City, have got to play United and Spurs. So, yeah. Famous person you've ever met. I've met a few pop stars. I've met a few politicians. Footballers I've actually met and spoken to. I suppose, well, you know, you all know about this one anyway, because we did the video with him, Ryan Giggs. I have met a lot of others. I've met quite a few of the class of 92. But I'd say Ryan Giggs is probably the most famous of the lot, isn't he? Certainly would be for me, because when I was a kid, Ryan Giggs was a bit of a rock star. Chance on the back post there, goes wide for Mahrez. I've met other footballers. I just don't know whether they'd be. I've not met Messi or Ronaldo, so you know. So Ryan Giggs would be the most famous United player I've met, I think. Depends where you. I've not met Cantona either, so I can't say Cantona. Pop stars, I've met quite a few of them. Why don't people talk about City injuries? Says Charlie McGovern. I don't think people take any notice of Man City, and I certainly think people don't have any sympathy with City. Brighton have got a chance here. They're on the way. They're past the halfway line. Come on, Brighton. Tau into the box. Past Zinchenko. Good cutback, but good defending by Diaz, who's just. He's fantastic, isn't he, for City? You know, yeah, Diaz with a good interception there. But no, I don't think anybody cares about Man City, because nobody has any sympathy for Man City, because they've bought everything they've ever done. So when City get an injury crisis, 1, nobody really is interested, and 2, nobody has any sympathy for them. I think Manchester City are a weird team, because they've got one of the best managers in the world. They've got some of the best players in the world. They play some of the best football in the world, but they don't. Oh, he's given a back pass. Fuck off. You're an absolute cretin, ref. I have never seen a back pass given. You just can't believe he's given a back pass here. That is a joke. That is a joke. These never get given anymore. Back pass. This will be a fucking goal for City now. So basically, a ball through by De Bruyne. The Brighton defender sticks his foot out a stretch to intercept it. Goes to the keeper. The keeper picks it up. He easily could have kicked it away, and the referee goes, "That's a back pass." You never get them given anymore. JH Media says, you've inspired me, Mark. Just released my first podcast. Hope I can be half as charismatic as you. All things important by JH Media. Special guest, says JH Media. Thanks for the super chat, mate. I'm sure I'll be able to do it in the future. I can't. It's not something I can commit to tomorrow or the day after, or even in the next couple of weeks, because it's just so busy. But all the best with it. If City score from this, it's just not the sort of goal City need against Brighton. Brighton are going to have it hard enough as it is. So they've got everybody back on the line here, because Man City have got an indirect free kick now from about 10 level with the penalty spot, basically. The refs made it. It wasn't even a back pass. The refs made a right pig's ear of this. Arsehole. What an arsehole. I'm sure Liverpool fans would agree with me of this as well. This is a bloody arsehole decision, this is. So he's going to tap it to De Bruyne, who's just going to whack it from 10 yards out. I guarantee this is going to go in. It will deflect in off somebody's arse. Oh, good block by Brighton. Well done. Justice is served. And a goal kick. Justice is served. Bloody hell. Well, that was a turn up for the books, that was, because we never see that. Referee, good block as well. We never see that. It was never a bloody back pass, and the referee gives a back pass. I mean, the back pass rule may as well be got rid of. They never give back passes anymore. And then he decides to do it. Who's the ref? Kevin Friend's foster son. Brighton need to be careful here, though, because City are getting a bit of momentum. But you know what I mean? This false number 9 thing, it's very good for possession, but they don't create loads of chances, do they? Because they haven't got an out-and-out number 9. And this happened against United last week. City dominate the ball, but they don't create a lot of chances. I don't know what people think about the number 9, the false 9 thing. Very, very clever from Pep, and he likes to do clever things, but does it create loads of chances for you? And I don't actually think it does it? They haven't had loads of chances. As I said, a very clever way of playing football, very technical, and a lot of work will go into it, but does it create lots of chances? No. Mark, who's your worst United player in history? Options are Fortune, Ejemba, Phil Jones, Roy Carroll, Cleberson, Luke Chadwick, Beppe, or Bellion. Andrew C. I'd say Beppe out of those. I think at least the other ones, look like they could potentially be something. Beppe was just a weird signing. Whatever happened to him afterwards? Luke Reagan says Pep's tactics with no striker is foolish. De Bruyne, good block again. Come on, Brighton, you've got to get out a bit. Well played, Tau. Lovely play there. Does well. Give it him back. He wants it back. Give it him back. Nice ball. Trossard. Bloody final ball at Brighton is ridiculously bad. Do you think United will beat Liverpool at the weekend, says Lucy? I'm not even thinking about it, to be honest. I'll start thinking about it tomorrow. I'm just enjoying United being top of the league today. And I'll start prepping for the Liverpool game tomorrow. Ollie will be prepping for it. The players will be prepping for it. But I think as fans, we need to just enjoy it for a bit. Can you call Kean Murray a delusional Arsenal fan? Says Ben Lowin. I think he already knows that, being an Arsenal fan. He will already know. And was there anything you didn't like about Ireland? Says Ewan Black. Morez. I would say the weather. That was probably something I didn't like, really. It does rain a lot. You don't really get many hot days there. Well, you might do now. It was over 20 years ago that I lived there. Well, no, it wasn't actually. It was about 20 years ago. But yeah, you didn't get much good weather. Corner to City. 32 minutes gone. Headed away. Edge of the box. Good block. Lots of blocks from Brighton. And another corner to Man City. Please subscribe, bottom right hand corner, if you're watching. Good game, good game. That just reminded me, actually, I need to do something. Where am I? I'm starting to feel a bit ill today. I think it's just tiredness. I think I need a nice hot bath after the United stand 8 o'clock show. De Bruyne. Get rid. Brighton. I think Brighton are looking comfortable at the moment. I don't want to say that too much because, we don't want to tempt fate. We don't want to tempt fate. Rodrigo. Aguero. I mean, no, it's not Aguero, it's Jesus. He had a hood up. I couldn't tell who it was. He's got a hood and a mask and a scarf on. It's virtually impossible. It could have been my bloody postman for all I know. Sterling's on the bench, of course. I forgot about that. You never know with Sterling whether he's starting or he's on the bench because you just don't know. Get more pay on, says KVino. But loads and loads of ball for City, as you would expect. And not the drubbing people maybe thought. I did go 3-0 in this game. Gundogan with the mistake there, but Brighton well organised at the moment, and hopefully this can continue. I don't think they're going to get a point. Have you been watching the Masters snooker marks, says Salah Ahmed? Watched a little bit, but all my favourite players are out. Brilliant bit of defending on the back post there. Should have been a goal. Lovely bit of defending. Got to give him a shout out there. Delightful cross coming in from De Bruyne. It's a tap-in on the back post for Mahrez, and Bernardo just stretches himself out, and not only does he intercept it, but he puts it out for a corner. That's fantastic defending by Bernardo there. Favourite Shakin' Stevens song, says Racehorse Red. It's got to be the Christmas one, hasn't it? Which I can't remember at the moment. Merry Christmas, everyone. We're gonna have a party tonight. But that was lovely play by Bernardo on the back post. And they've got another corner here, Man City. Bernardo Silva with the short one. Not wanting to whip it into the box. Foden. City pushing here. Mahrez in the box. Watch him. Good tackle. Good tackle, McAllister. But then again, he pisses about with the ball again. Go on then, Tau. Who are your favourite snooker players right now, says Salah Ahmed? I like Neil Robertson, even though he's a Chelsea fan. And I've always liked Selby. I quite like Kyron Wilson. I do like Ronnie, but he's hard to like sometimes because... Here we go. They've got lucky here, City. Foden. Well done. Well done. Good defending there from Brighton again. I think that Percy Tau looks quite good. He looks quite good when they get him on the ball. Played against Aaron Connolly in Gaelic football about 6 years ago. Hope he comes on and scores, says Gavin Ford. I don't like Judd Trump. As a player, I don't like him. I don't know him as an individual, but some people just don't really warm to as players. And I find Judd Trump a little bit unappealing. I don't dislike him. I just find his style a bit unappealing. Foden into the box. Lovely cross. Come on, Brighton. First job. Get to half-time 0-0. Saif Hassan says, why do you think Mourinho's second with United is so forgotten? Because it was very forgettable because we were nowhere near the top. I don't think it was... Salah, you're right about Selby. I just quite like him. I don't know why. There's no logic to it. You are right. I think with Mourinho, when he finished second with United, it was a good achievement, but it wasn't like... Foden. That's out for a goal kick. It was a good achievement by Mourinho to finish second, but we were so far off first. It was a bit like, coming second in a race when the other person's already won it before you even start running. So that's I think the issue with that. Ryan Langley says, Tau's been a baller since young Mark. He never got the breakthrough he deserved, but has always performed for club and country and has good dribbling and technical attributes. That's from Ryan Langley. Thank you very much for that. Braden, I'm not even a big fan of Michael Jackson. Have you met any snooker players in real life, says Salah Ahmed? I've not met them in real life, but I've done shows with Neil Robertson. I've done podcasts and stuff. Yeah. Kevin Play says, are you happy Manchester United is in first place? I'm ecstatic, pal. Really am. Lovely play there by Byrne to keep it in. Cross comes in. Corner to Brighton. They won't score from it, but... What's my prediction in this game, Nihal? 3-0 to City, but you can dream. I think Brighton are going to have to score first to have any chance. These Jose apologists are reimagining history because they were probably asleep when the games were on, says Red Baron. Yeah, I mean, Jose's in the past. I think United's best achievement since Sir Alex Ferguson retired, and I've always said it, was winning the Europa League. That was Mourinho's biggest achievement. Second in the league. Jog on, really. I mean, it was good, but the Europa League was the best achievement. Cross comes in, straight into the keeper's arms. Oh, Brighton have made a right fuck up here. How can you go from a corner to Man City on the attack? De Bruyne, good save, keeper. Brilliant from City. So a cross comes in for Brighton. The keeper catches it. They roll it out and they're on a 3v2. Brighton are stupid. This happened to Chelsea 2 weeks ago with City. And it's a corner for City now, but Brighton are a bit lucky here. They've been caught out from their own corner on the break. And it's now a corner for City. What's your thoughts on Princess Diana? Well, she is dead, rest in peace. I don't know what else you want me to say. Gundogan there. But I'm actually watching The Crown at the moment. I mean, it's not really my cup of tea, but we're not on the Princess Diana bit yet. But she was the people's princess. Everyone was. I remember the morning she died. I remember the morning she died because my mum had horses and she had a horse called Diana, and she came into my room at about 4 o'clock in the morning. Not the horse, that would be ridiculous. And she was upset and she said, "You won't believe it." I was like, "What?" She says, "Diana's died." I was like, "Oh, right. That's bad." I thought she meant the horse. And then she said it was Princess Diana. And I was like, I'm not going to say anything, but you're waking me up at 4 o'clock in the morning for this. And then I did realise it was quite a big thing. And the weird thing was, at that age, I was quite young. I was probably 15, I think, 15 maybe. And I used to work on the weekends in a golf club, and they always used to have weddings. So I was like I wouldn't say I was a waiter, but just helped collect drinks and took food out because obviously at weddings there's loads of people there. No word of a lie. I think she died on a Saturday night, so the wedding was on the Sunday, and they cancelled the wedding reception. Good tackle, Burn. Could have given a penalty away there, does well. They cancelled the wedding reception. They got married. They had something to eat. And then they said in their speeches, I think everyone would agree that no one's in the mood to have a party. So we're cancelling the reception that they paid for. And I bet they look back on it now and go, look, it was very sad that Princess Diana died. But we cancelled our wedding reception because a royal family member that we'd never met before died. But to be honest with you, the nation, I remember living it. The nation, was it 96 or something like that? The nation were crippled by it. But they didn't rearrange their wedding reception. They cancelled it. We got, to be honest with you, if I'm absolutely honest, I was like a bit of a result for me because I would have been working till midnight. I got fully paid and I was home by 6:30. There's nothing on the telly though. It was all about this Princess Diana had died, so I think I just put a film on. But yeah, it really did rock the nation. Everyone was so depressed by it. Neil Robertson lives near me and his son is goalkeeper for my half-brother's football team, says Daniel Hames. Yeah, Chelsea fan, isn't he? Ball still twisted? No, I think it was just a one sit-down thing. Do you think there's an argument to be made for Ollie being better coach than Jose or Pep, says Nick M? Got more out of the squad with no backing and doesn't need cash. I think, Nick, you're probably still drunk that we're top of the league. Ollie's had a lot of money to spend. I wouldn't say he's a better coach than Pep or Klopp. Over 10,000 watching, which is fantastic. Please subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. It is 0-0 at half-time. Halfway there. And they've scored. Foden. Right on half time. And it's Foden who scores. I tell you what, for an English player, he's turning into something very, very, very special, isn't he? Right on half-time. Cat amongst the pigeons, that. Disappointing, that. Takes it, lovely first touch. The finish is fantastic. It's David Silva-esque, you know. Talk about a player who's benefited from, growing up with people like David Silva. Lovely finish. Lovely finish. Keeper ain't saving that. In the bottom corner, edge of the box, takes it in his stride. Bottom corner pass. It's just a fantastic finish from Phil Foden. You can't argue with it. And all Brighton's good defending. And they're 1-0 down at half time. And it's Foden who scores. Playing in that Sterling position. I don't know whether Brighton can get anything out of this now. Right on half time as well. Oh, he's giving a foul on De Bruyne there. Foden's so good, says Chris. Mark, you should have put Kevin Friend in the ratings yesterday, says Arjun. And Ferocious Flunky says, let's be honest, this was expected. Oh, mate, I think City will probably win it 3-0. I think, Brighton are not the sort of team that are going to take points off Manchester City. But you never know. Captain Birdseye says, me and my big man. Mate, I'm really lucky because I was literally about to tweet. It's a credit to Pep for playing with no number 9, and it's tactically takes a lot of work, but they don't create many chances. I'm literally typing it and Foden scores. So Finn says you should have just played FIFA. It is half time. We can play either or at half time, which we like to do. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner, whilst I stop the clock. I also want to just draw your attention to Manchester City's next few games. If you're not aware of what Manchester United's next few games are. Let's have a look at the Premier League. So if Manchester City win today, they would go up to 32 points, which would put them up joint third and fourth with Everton. But they have got another game in hand on everybody else above them. So Manchester City, their next few games are as follows. All very winnable, unfortunately. They've got Palace at home on Sunday. Villa at home on Wednesday, so you'd expect them to win all of these games. Then they've got West Brom away, and then they've got Sheffield United at home. They've basically got 5 wins in a row. I can't see Palace getting anything, although they have got stuff in the past against Man City. Villa, probably the best chance of getting something, and I don't think they will. They'll definitely beat West Brom, and they'll definitely beat Sheffield United. And then they've got Burnley as well. So they've got 6 wins in a row, but then they've got Liverpool, Spurs, Arsenal, and then West Ham. So they're going to go on. City are going to go on a good run. They're already on a good run, really, and they're going to be very, very hard to stop. Therefore, I think they're very much many people's favourites to win the title at the moment. Hi, Mark. So glad we're on top of the table. Liverpool Sunday, hoping for a win, but I'll happily take a draw. What do you think, says Anthony Wright? Well, I think looking at what Man City are going to do, I think you almost need to go to Anfield and win if you want to win a title. But it's a long season. If you were the United boss, what system would you play and what would be your starting 11? Mention what players you would sign to fit into the system long term. Ben, that is a massive question, and it's not even the United stand. So I don't want to take up time talking about United 11s with signings and everything like that because it's not fair for me to do that. Thanks for the super chat, though. I would say United's best 11 is probably the team that played last night with maybe Fred in for Matic. That's probably our best 11 at the moment. Where would I be looking to improve? Centre-back, a right winger, and a new CDM. So there you go, in a short answer there. And hi Mark, ever watched Still Game? I'm Scottish and just finished it. Heartbroken, says Samuel Harris. Still Game? Never heard of it. Don't know what it is. Is it a comedy? Why would you be heartbroken about a comedy series? Don't understand that. I thought it was a comedy. Apple or Samsung, says Akiva. Well, look, the obvious answer is Apple, but I've never had an Apple. I've always been on Samsung, and I'm very happy with it. AJ or Fury, says Porchy. I don't know who I want to win. I think Fury will win, but I don't know who I want to win because obviously they're both They're both likeable. Ever watched The Queen's Gambit? No, Iron. Scholes or Lampard, says TKTV. As a United fan, I'm always going to say Scholes, of course. White wine or red wine, says Manav. Red, red wine. You love me so fine. Red, red wine. All of the time. Red, red. It is red wine. I prefer red wine. Red, red wine. I do like red wine. Manchester will always be red, says Rodney Swain. And Mark, Tampa Bay watch along this weekend. United paying to keep them going, says Michael Foley. What's happening in the NFL? When is the final of this NFL Cup? And Smalling or Lindelof, says Freddie, honest. It might be Smalling. Greenwood or Foden? Very different players, Jane. I knew that would be asked. I'm happy we've got Groden. I'm happy we've got Greenwood, and I'm sure Man City fans are happy they've got Foden. You'd probably have to ask the live comments to give their opinion, because there'll be people who don't support United or City in there. But I think Foden's having the better season. Greenwood is sort of standing still a bit at the moment. I do need to watch 442's Anarud. I'll watch that later. Still Game is a comedy, but it's finished sadly, says Samuel Harris. Yeah, somebody's going to die because they're old. And Ndidi or Fabinho, says Sam Hamill. I'd take Fabinho. I wanted United to get... Fabinho's interesting because the United stand community has been going for about 5.5 years. And there's some people that have been part of it for a long time. There's some people who just find it like that might be their first time watching tonight. But what we have done over the years on there is spoken about players that would like to come to United. And, you know, Bruno was one of those players we were talking about probably 18 months before United bought him, saying he'd be brilliant at United, and lo and behold, we bought him. But Fabinho was a player we were talking about at least 2.5 years before he went to Liverpool, saying he'd be a good player for United. And I know a lot about Fabinho because obviously he was at Monaco. His agent is George Mendes, obviously same as David De Gea and Mourinho. And we were looking at him when Mourinho was coach. I think we were talking about him even when Van Gaal was coach. And he was playing right back at Monaco, and he could play centre back and CDM. So I've always liked Fabinho, and I always thought when Liverpool got him, they've got a really good player there, and lo and behold, they have. I think he's a very, very good player, and obviously, you know, for Liverpool, he's been invaluable this year for them. So yeah, I do like Fabinho. I think he's a very good player. Foden plays more, but I support Man United, so Greenwood, says Shandell. Thanks for the super chat, Rupalarano. Ansu Fati or Saka? I haven't seen enough. I don't really watch La Liga anymore, so I like Saka at Arsenal. I've always said I liked him. He made his... the first time I saw him was at Old Trafford 18 months ago, and I really impressed me, and he's impressed me a lot since then. Fatty, you know, I've seen bits, looks good, but I've seen a lot more of Saka, and I like him. Alphonso Davies or Saka, says Lalanas in pyjamas. Well, I think Saka's better as a left winger, and I think Alphonso Davies is a left back, isn't he? So different positions. MEFC Charlie says that Fabinho is so versatile. I think as a specialist CDM, Fabinho is better than Ndidi. Do you think any United player knows or watches the United stands, as Salah Ahmed? 100%. 100%. I know for a fact they do as well. I don't know whether they like it. Some of them do. I'm sure some of them don't. Mark, didn't know United's women's and under-21s are all top of the league, says Ross Westbrook. There you go. Hope you and yours are okay, says Tim Z35. Man United proper in the title race, or Man United proper in the title race? Singing, we are top of the league, we are top of the league, says Tim Z35. Yeah, Manchester United are definitely in the title race. Doesn't mean they're going to win the title race. So, yeah, we are definitely in the title race. There's no doubt about that. Son or Sterling, says Ian137. Definitely Son. I mean, it's really interesting at the top of the Premier League at the moment, because if Spurs beat Fulham tonight, which they should do, then Spurs go up to 32 points after 17 games, and obviously Man City will be there after 16 games, and that would mean there are 4 teams on 32 points, basically third to sixth, 3 points off the top. So, you know, it's not about Man United and Liverpool. It's not even about Man United, Liverpool and City. It's also about Everton and Spurs and Leicester, because they're up there. They are up there. They're up there by rights. So yeah, they it's an exciting start to the season, and I think that I was talking about this morning. If I can find the tweet, I'll read it out to you because you might not have seen it on @MarkGoldbridge. If you want to give us a follow, you can follow me on Twitter. So what I said is this morning is this. I said that top teams after 17 games over the last 3 seasons. This is quite interesting. So last year, Liverpool had 49 points, which is 49 points after 17 games. So they had 15 points more, or 14 more points than they've got now. So Liverpool basically dropped 14 points compared to this time last year. United last year with 36 points would have been in 4th. Liverpool the year before had 45 points, and United with 36 points would have been in 5th. And 3 years ago, City were top with 41 points after 17 games, and United would have been in 3rd. So you can categorically see that the points for the team at the top of the league this year is way lower than the last 3 years. My take on this, and I don't know what your reasons are, and you can put them in the comments, I think that it's not Manchester United's fault. You know, you can't dismiss the fact that we're top of the league because it's the lowest points to be top of the league. The reason for it, in my mind, is because fixture congestion, of course, has led to injuries for some teams. But also, I think that because there's no fans in the ground, we've seen results that we wouldn't have seen normally. You know, I think teams are dropping points to teams because there is no fans, there is no intimidation. So I think that's why, you know, that's why there's a lot of points being dropped. Since players know of United stand, so Bruno knows you're one of the staunch supporters. By the way, how long do you think we can keep this going, even if Bruno gets injured, to Salah Ahmed? I don't know. I don't know how long United can stay at the top. I've got no idea really, but I just hope that they can do it. I'd love to. I'm just going to take it game to game because, you know, we could lose our next 3 and then we could end up down to 6th or 7th. The reality is, when you look at that Premier League table, yes, we're top of the league at the moment, but, you know, within 4 points of us, there's 5 teams. So, you know, 2 bad results and you'll be going, shit, what went wrong? We were top of the league and now we're 6th. So, you know, it's very, very tight at the top. United are red, City are blue. If it wasn't for the Arabs, you'd be in League 2, says Benjamin Witt. And what's your opinion on Ramos? Just seeing we're going to go offer him a 2-year deal, says Mark 101. Well, we're not. We're not going to do that. So yeah, we don't need to worry about that. Well, some of you would like to worry about that. I'm sure some of you would like to see Sergio Ramos at Manchester United, but it won't happen, and I don't want it to happen. And I got a lot of stick for this yesterday, but the reasons I don't want Sergio Ramos is, 1, he's played as before, and I think he's playing as again if we get involved. 2, I don't think he works well with Harry Maguire because they're not particularly fast players. And 3, I think, as we've seen with Thiago Silva, it's very hard to get a player who's never played in the Premier League before to come and play in the Premier League. So yeah, that for me would be a mistake, to be honest. But you know, he's still a fantastic centre back. So there you go. Hello, time to read my bedtime story, says Mark Goldbridge Jr. And either or for you, Tavares or Mills, Koundé or Maguire. Koundé and Tavares, Salah Ahmed. If you know, you know. We'll be back tomorrow. Can Brighton get something out of this game? I think it's going to be very hard. I think they needed to score first, and they haven't. So I don't think so. I imagine City will score next, and it'll be smooth riding. But look, 45 minutes to go. I was going to tweet it before the goal went in, actually, so I'm not lying when I say this. I do feel that the City way of playing, I think you can get something out of them. If City are going to play like this every week with a false 9, I think they're going to drop points. I might be wrong on that, but they don't create enough chances. They're not creating enough chances. They dominate the ball. They definitely dominate the ball, but they don't create loads of chances. So I think that there's a bit of an issue with City playing like this. Dominate the ball, fine, but you leave yourself open to be caught on the break. And without a number 9, they're not really creating enough chances. So there might be a chance in this for Brighton. They need to do better on the ball in the final third. That's not without question. And but yeah, it's always going to be a very big ask for Brighton to get something out of this. And unfortunately, it's a good goal from Foden. Yeah. Another super chat coming in here from E-Rex. He says, do United have a real chance at top 3 or will they fall off? Top 3, third place. We should be going for that again. And do you think United should have gone for Tomori on loan till the end of the season, says Ishan? I don't think you can say that, Ishan, because I just don't think... Well, you can say it, you just did. But you can't... I don't think Manchester United can get Tomori from Chelsea, because why would Chelsea let us have Tomori? You know, it's like asking, and I would never do this, by the way, but it'd be like asking Spurs if we can have Dele Alli on loan. They're going to see us as a rival. And look, we've not even spoken about Chelsea. You know, are Chelsea a threat for top 4? I mean, I didn't even notice them in the Premier League table. So Chelsea played 17 games and they've got 26 points. I mean, they're 6 points off 4th and they are 10 points off the top. They're not out of it, Chelsea, but where are they going to find this consistency from? I think Chelsea are in big problems. So they wouldn't be loaning, you know, Spurs wouldn't let Manchester United have Dele Alli, thank God. And Chelsea would not let Manchester United have Tomori. As much as I wouldn't mind it happening, it wouldn't be allowed to happen. So players are going to come out for the second half. Should be a standard win for City now, but it's only one. Come on, we'd love to see a Brighton goal, we would. I'll just get that done there, that's lovely. That's lovely. I'll tell you what, sometimes you really look forward to going to bed, don't you? I'm really looking forward to I'm looking forward to a nice hot bath. And then I'm looking forward to getting my pyjamas on and getting into my bed and snuggling down and watching The Crown or something like that. I just feel very tired today. There's nothing wrong with it. Some people would say there's something very wrong with it, but there you go. Right, second half is about to kick off here. Let's get the timer ready. Chamonix. Now that I know it means Chamonix. Come on, Brighton. Let's get something back. Let's get something back. They drew with Liverpool, remember. They could get something here. They probably won't, but they could. And it's that thing, that could, that keeps the dream alive. But, I mean, the big problem with City as well is they're defending so well now. They're not conceding many goals. They're averaging less than a goal a game in the league. So that is what a team does when they really want to build. You know, I think Solskjaer succeeds despite the board. I think Pep succeeds because he's a good coach and he's got the backing of his board as well. So, you know, they had problems at the back last season. They go and buy a top-class centre-back. Just got blocked by a City fan page because I said Bruno better than De Bruyne and a B-Tech United stand, says Luke. And would you rather take a consistent Pogba or prime Zidane to play with Bruno? Zidane, Chubba. Of course, I'm going to take Zidane. He's one of the best players in my lifetime, Zidane. So yeah. How much can you bench press and do you take creatine? Says Ben Lowen. No, and I don't know. I'm not into all that crap. I grew up with Oasis, Blur, and skinny arms. There was no bench pressing around that when I was growing up, so it's just not something that bothers me. It's not my thing. But Brighton had the ball in the City box a minute ago, but it's now City on the ball. 2-0 and it's over. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. That's what I'm just checking on my phone for to see how we're doing on this account because I'm not too sure. On the road to 300k. Yeah, I mean, skinny arm gang rise up, says the Metal Mouse. But that was the look the women wanted when we were kids. Well, not when we were kids. But, you know, people, all the girls loved Liam and Damon Albarn. And, you know, it was more about what you had in your hands, not what you had in your... Not your guns. And personality, you know. Nowadays, you see, it's like that picture, isn't it, of all those... You've seen that picture that gets used on social media a lot? It's like 4 lads. They're all massively bulked up. They've all got fake tans on. They've all got tight jeans on and tight shirts. And I think, you know what? Do I want to look like that? Or would I rather look like, you know, what I grew up with? Like Adidas Gazelles, a nice jacket, a nice pair of jeans, a can and a fag in your mouth. And by fag, I mean cigarettes. So, yeah, it's... I think that's what I would prefer, to be honest. But, you know, each to their own. How about playing Outlast as celebration for 300k, says Salah Ahmed. As a player, presumably your younger self, would you rather play for Spurs, Dortmund or Inter Milan? I would have played for any of them, Racehorse Red, but I would prefer to play for Spurs or Inter Milan because I love Italian football and obviously I prefer to be in England first. Ricardo Velez says, what 3 signings would you do in the summer? And who was your first celebrity crush, says Ruth Dixon. Kylie. Definitely Kylie. Easy. City coming away with it down that right-hand side. And another corner tackled by Brighton. I don't smoke now, Adil. I used to when I was like a teenager. B&H. Corner to City here. Would you rather win the league or the Champions League, says Andy Smith. This is very easy for a United fan because we're not in the Champions League anymore. So, but it would be the league anyway. Yeah, it would be. Definitely. Corner to City. Get it out. Foden. Oh, Gundogan. Koundé or Upamecano, who's better of the two, says Salah Ahmed. In real life, I think most people would go for Upamecano, wouldn't they? Foden winning the header there. What good jump. I can't stand Foden's haircut, you know. And that's an age thing. I hate his hair. I think it looks absolutely wank. But there'll be loads of you watching going, no, it's elite. It's an elite haircut. But I just think it looks shit. It's an age thing. King B says, would you be happy if Brighton drew this? Mate, I think it would be massive if Brighton could get a draw out of this. I just, you know, it would be a massive upset and it would massively help us and Liverpool, but it's hard. It's hard to see it happening because Man City are actually playing really well at the moment and have been playing well for about 3 or 4 weeks. So it's very hard for a Brighton side that, you know, are missing... Well, they're missing 2 of their best players, aren't they? Basuma and Lamptey. So, you know, it's very hard. Especially with passing like that. Thoughts on Facundo Medina to United, says Simon B. I've seen the tweet, but it's coming from somebody who's got less followers than bloody... somebody who's got not many followers. I mean, he follows 400 and he's followed by about 600. That's not really a credible journalist, is it? You know, I know we want to believe it, but Kylie Minogue, not Kylie Jenner. Kieran Millwood says UK office or US office. I really loved the US office and I actually see them as 2 separate shows. I don't compare them because I just think the UK office was brilliant and it only had 2 series and the US office was just loads and loads, isn't it? So I liked them both. Jordan says, with Foden's haircut, he doesn't have waves with his fade. I'm sure he can afford to have waves with his fade. But he obviously likes it the way it is. Matt Welbeck's injured as well. Yeah, he's always injured, Welbeck. It's a foul. Would you want Dele Alli at United, says Iron? No. Hopefully Brighton equalise, says Mr. Game. And on the beers tonight, says Joe S. Nah, I want to have a good night's sleep tonight. What do you ask for in the barbers, says Travis Johnson Thompson? Well, I don't ask for anything at the moment because we're in bloody lockdown, which pisses me off. I love to get my hair cut like once a month, as I'm sure many of you do. And one of the annoying things about lockdown is they shut the bloody hairdressers down. So I normally have 2 back and sides graded in, and then I have a line shaved in for the parting, and just a bit about an inch off the top. I've had this haircut since I was born, really. I haven't really. I have actually had different hairstyles, but I think while I've been doing the United stand, I've always had the same haircut. The Goldbridge cut is quite an easy cut, really. Need a bit of length on top. That's what she said. Doesn't work. Actually, it's unfortunate for Brighton because that one little bit, and that one bit of class from Foden, and they've got that goal, and that's what it's all about. That is never a penalty. Don't need to review that. But they've defended quite well, Brighton, and City haven't created many chances. I'd love them to play a better team. Then again, we played them last week and we couldn't really create anything either. Nice little ball into Tau. Up against Diaz. Well done. Well done. Oh no, he's won it back. He's in the box. Finds the pass. Little dink. Corner ball. Little bit better from Brighton. They'll be back. Hopefully they might have another chance in 20 minutes. They've got a corner, actually. Oh, they've got a corner. I thought it was a goal kick. Fabian Delph says, Mark, important question, brown or white bread? I actually prefer brown. I'm going to be in the minority here. I prefer brown bread. I mean, white bread, I just know it just feels a bit unhealthy to me now. I don't know why. The Metal Mouse senses an equaliser. Please. I'd love a corner. I'd love it. Cross comes in. Headed away. Feltman. Straight at the keeper. He caught that well, but it's straight at the keeper. It was proper, wasn't it? Actually. I might do Chelsea-Fulham on Saturday night. Yeah, I was going to do Everton-Villa, actually. But they've moved all the games around. It's proper annoying. So, Arsenal-Palace are playing tomorrow night. And it's Fulham-Chelsea at 5:30 on Saturday, which I might watch because I think Chelsea desperately need to win that. If he doesn't win that, I think Lampard will get sacked because they... Seriously, I do. If he doesn't beat Fulham on Saturday, I think he will get the sack. So I probably will do a watch-along for that one on Saturday because I think Leicester-Southampton will be a good game. It's just 8 o'clock on a Saturday night, which I hate. I hate it when United play at 8 o'clock on a Saturday night, so I'm not watching Leicester-Southampton. But I think that's a good game. I think Villa-Everton at 12 o'clock on Sunday is a good game. I might do a watch-along for that as well, but I don't want to tire myself out ahead of Liverpool-Man United. But yeah, I think that'll be a good game. And but I do think if Fulham beat Chelsea on Saturday, he'll be sacked. Gundogan, space in the box, cut back. Offside. So yeah, if Chelsea were to lose to Fulham, that would keep them on 26 points. And you would imagine, Arsenal could level up with them on points. West Ham might go above them. But they're he can't lose that game. He cannot lose that game. Otherwise, he will get the sack. Shamone! Is Greenwood doing well this season, says Vidya? No. Oh, I'm going to stretch my back. Yeah, it's going to be a good stretch. Oh, yeah. Remember that last year when I had a bad stomach and I stood up and stretched and did a trump? I hate that clip. Just makes me feel like a tramp. That's a good stretch. Get your arm. Oh no, don't show my Christmas belly. Feel like Santa. Oh yes. I tell you what, if you've ever had lower back pain, it's not even lower back pain. It's more like, a good stretch. No wonder cats love stretching. A good stretch is lovely, isn't it? A really good stretch. It's like, ooh. Will you do Leicester versus Chelsea on Tuesday? I will, Fahim. I am doing Leicester versus Chelsea. I can tell you the next few watch-alongs, actually. The next few watch-alongs on this channel. Oh, no! Oh, no. Mahrez. Wide. Should have scored. He was onside as well. That's a bad miss. He springs the offside trap. He's coming in at an angle in the box. You expect him to just finesse it. He's onside. Definitely onside. He's coming in from the angle of the right-hand side of the box. Onto his left foot. Finesse finish bottom corner. He's got to score that. I think he thinks he's offside. He's got to score that. Got to score that, Mahrez. So we're going to do Leicester. Sorry, here we go. This is a goal, surely. Gundogan. Silva. Still Silva. It's the post. Oh my God, how have they survived that? Man City should be 2-0 up anyway, twice. Mahrez puts it wide. Bernardo Silva, it's the post. Gundogan gets the shot off. Keeper makes a save. Bernardo Silva, it's the post. Oh, I tell you what, it should be 2-0. So we're going to do Fulham Chelsea at 5:30. FIFA's back tomorrow and Friday, by the way. Fulham against Chelsea on Saturday at 5:30. Villa against Everton on Sunday at midday. And Tuesday, Leicester against Chelsea. So good few watch-alongs to come. Obviously, the big game of the weekend is going to be Burnley. Not Burnley. Tao's got it on the right-hand side here. Hold on. Good run into the box. Still got it. Go back. Go wide left. Greedy shit. Go wide left. Goes for it. Not a bad shot at the end of the day by McAllister, but he should have gone wide left there. Would you lose 8-2 to Arsenal if it means we can win the league? Says Red Cosmos Devil. Yes. I'm one of those. I'm pretty sure that Man United lost twice to Liverpool in a season and still won the league. Don't care. I just don't care. As long as we win the league. Kwabani says, why do you mostly do Chelsea watch-alongs? I just think they're an interesting team to watch this season. I don't know. Easy to check on the videos that we've done, who we've done the most on this channel. Obviously, I do United the most, but that's always on the United stand. Tonight, it would have been Villa against Spurs, which I was looking forward to, but obviously that's been cancelled. Mark, I've just at you in Twitter with a very nice Pogba, Bay and Fosu video. Please check. Made my day. Hope you see it, please. Says Sheikh. I'll have a look. Sheikh Sabahudin. Go on then. Trossard. Oh, he's tried to do too much there. Tao's in the box. On his own. Brighton just lack a cutting edge. Get more pay on. Come on, Brighton. Get a goal. Tao. Wide. God, they're so... The trouble is when you're watching a team like Brighton, they don't have the quality. Oh, he's Gaza on the back post there. Proper. Lovely cross in. He's sliding for a tap and he doesn't quite get there. Yellow card here to a Brighton player for a foul on Foden, but so close to a goal for Brighton. Watch this cross coming in. Proper on the back post. It's a delightful cross. He slides to get it. He's not quite there. He's too slow. I said it in the first half. That Bernardo's played well for Brighton, actually. It's a lovely cross in and Proper just can't get his foot on it. I don't know why. Why is that a yellow card? Why has Feltman got a yellow card there? He wins the bloody ball. Some of these bloody referees, they're a farce. Show us that. Can we see that foul again? I don't think there was anything in that. Jesus is coming on. Pep's drawing pictures. I drew this today in my time on the bus. I draw it. This is a house, and this is a tree, and this is a car I see out the window. Anyway, go and enjoy yourself. You should see the 442 United video. I've got that underlined to watch. Yes. Morpay's warming up. I don't think it was a yellow. I think he won the ball. I'd have to see it again. Bruno over Kevin De Bruyne this season. Bro, don't even at me, says Fortune. Thanks for the super chats. Brighton on the attack again with Bernardo. I quite like him. Cross coming in. Mark, who's your ideal centre-back to buy in the market? Says Bossman Aid. I mean, there's a few. You know what? There's a few. I'm not pedantic about the centre back that I want United to buy. I just know what the profile is. I'm happy to trust in the scouting process if they can find a quick centre back who has the potential to be top class. I don't mind buying him if he's 19, like Badashil. I don't mind going for a Pau Torres. I haven't really seen enough of him, to be honest. I'm not going to tell who United to buy as a centre back. You know, Bruno Fernandes was a player I felt that we had to buy, and we did, and we were talking about it way before United bought him. Fabinho was another player that I think would have been brilliant for us that we didn't buy. So, you know, I think that when it comes to the centre-back, United know what they need. Kounde's an interesting one at Sevilla, he definitely is. And I think he will go to a big club, and why not Manchester United? But Upamecano is another player that we like, apparently, so I think he's a good player. Thanks for the super chat, Fortune Ochabiri. He says, Mark, imagine the scenes when Bruno scores a stoppage time winner penalty at Anfield, the winning streak gone, the footballing world going crazy, Klopp and the Liverpool fans, players in the mud, rivals salty and crying, best day ever. I think, you know what, I do think that it's going to be a tasty game against Liverpool. I can see Klopp losing his shit. Hopefully Ollie responds to that. I can see there being some tasty tackles. I can see them being... It's the biggest game, really. It's a shame there's not going to be any fans there because it's the biggest Man United-Liverpool game in years, isn't it? When was the last time a United-Liverpool game had anything on it like this? You're probably going back 10 years. You're probably going back to... you know, when were Liverpool and United last in a title race? Was it 2009 or something like that? That Liverpool were close to being in one? Does your watch your streams and this year Man United fan? If so, who's your favourite player? Brooksy, my wife doesn't watch my streams. No. She's got better things to do with her time. She's not massively into football. Here we go. City, down the right-hand side. Oh, he's put him on his arse there. What a run. What a save. That would have been a great goal. I think it was Cancelo. City getting so close to this second goal, but they haven't got it yet. De Bruyne into the box. Close him down. Don't let him shoot. Good save. More and more chances coming City's way at the moment. How old are you, mate? I get the impression you look younger than your age, says Alexander Gomez. Yeah, 59. And what's the next step for Spurs title dreams, says Racehorse Red. Lovely ball in here. Wait a minute. Trossard. Oh, City working hard. So many players back. I mean, Spurs technically are in a title race. They're not in a title race like United are, but they're technically in one. They're not. If they win tonight, they're only 3 points off the top. Good tackle. Oh, well intercepted by Zinchenko. I tell you what, 24 minutes to go. It's gone. It's still on at the moment. I'll give Brighton their dues. They're in it. I'm not 59. People are saying you're not 59. Of course I'm not 59. That was sarcasm. I can't believe people actually think I am. Mahrez comes off for Jesus. 25 minutes to go. I would like to see Brighton just hang in there till the last 5 minutes. And then if they're going to lose 2-0, you lose 2-0. But maybe chuck a few balls into the box. Ref's crap, though. Hey Mark, could you give him a shout out to Kedlim? Shout out, says Connor Donahue. I've probably Connor, I've probably destroyed that name. CEIDHLIM. I've probably messed that up. More pace coming on. More pay for Tau, who's had a good game, I think. Tau for Brighton. How old are you, mate? Oh, yeah, I've done that one as well. From Alexander Jones. Did you realise in the second half, Martial and Rashford actually crossed the ball in the box, says Fahad? They did. I mean, Martial should have had a assist, shouldn't he? Jimmy John says, Lewis Dunk, last minute equaliser. You heard it here first. I hope so. I don't think so, but I hope so. I mean, Man City probably should be 2-0 up. Of interest to some people, maybe not to others, Ben White, his playing in this game. He is a player that's been linked to Manchester United, the number 3. I see nothing that he would offer Manchester United, if I'm absolutely honest, but there you go. Ever been to Stockport, says Zenix? I don't think I have. Come on, Brighton. You almost want this to be like the 88th minute, really, because I think even if Brighton did get a goal, I still think City would get another one. So goal difference could be important. Could be. That's a bad header. Ben White, that is. Bad header. As soon as we start noticing Ben White, he doesn't make a bloody mistake. Prediction for Liverpool game, your gut versus your head, says Red Cosmos Devil. What, early prediction when I haven't even thought about the game much? I actually think that, and I've got to get my words right here, I don't think Liverpool are as good as we think they are, and I think United are better than some people think we are. So I think it's got the potential to be a closer game than people think. I think it will be. I think the most likely result is probably a Liverpool win, of course, but I don't think a draw is very far behind. So. I dare to dream, I suppose. You look young for 59, says Sebastian Bodry. Thank you very much. Can you please underline the champions to watch next, says Lalani Desi. I do rate Basuma, Leo Swinton. I wish him and Lamptey were playing tonight, because I think Brighton have done very well, and they've done it without 2 of their better players, arguably their best players. So, I mean, I wouldn't... You know, there was a time when I wanted Brighton to go down. I don't want them to go down. I think they play football in the right way. I think Potter's a good coach. Remember, Brighton have drawn with Liverpool, haven't they, this season? It's not really had a golden opportunity, Brighton, yet. They've got the ball here. He's going to get tackled there. Bernardo Silva clears it. Good tackle. That's got to be a foul. SDB says Liverpool got robbed against Brighton. Now, I don't think I watched it, so... Brighton with the free kick here. 20 minutes to go. Do you think the board, Manchester United board, care about a title race? Says Zehadu. They do care. They just want to be in a title race with minimal money spent. That's what they want to do. I never had a look how many subscribers we've got on this channel, did I? Bottom right hand corner, please subscribe. We're 100 away from 293,000. So please subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. We are, no, we're not. We're 70 away from 293,000. On the road to 300k. Please subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. Everybody's welcome on this channel. It's, we do the FIFA, we do the watch-alongs, and you're very, very welcome. Great tackle there. Apparently I did a watch-along for the Liverpool-Brighton game. Did I really? I don't remember it at all. Doesn't sound like a game I would have done a watch-along for. Yeah, we're on the road to 300k, as I said. Everybody's welcome on here. Lots of watch-alongs and, just general football chat, which is always good. I always enjoy doing that's football. It's less stressful than United, because when you support a club, you're emotionally involved and and attached, aren't you? Whereas this, it's just enjoyment. It's enjoyment watching games like this. I mean, actually, I am emotionally attached because I want City to drop points, but I don't expect them to drop points, and I can acknowledge it was a good goal by Foden, and I can acknowledge that City play good football, but I'd much rather acknowledge a Brighton draw, even if City deserved the win. But I don't think City have been fantastic tonight. I think people will say, "Oh, it's a shame they're not playing a better team," but I think if City were playing a better team, they'd go up a gear, wouldn't they? It never works like that. Oh, I did do a watch along. Morpay missed a penalty for Shivansh. Yes. Yeah. It's weird how I did a watch along for that. I would never normally have thought that could happen. Sort of got the same vibes as tonight, isn't it? It's been a bit closer scoreline wise than we might have thought. And the good thing about Potter is he does get his team to play football. I mean, when they play Sheffield United in a few weeks' time, that Sheffield United are not going to be able to knock the ball around against Brighton the way that... against City the way Brighton have. I mean, look, some of this football from Brighton's very good. What's the matter with Sol Bamba, says Oliver Smith. And hey Mark, Liverpool fan here. I'm excited but nervous for the weekend. Title races don't get any bigger than this, says Brad A. Well, I think the one thing that never unites Liverpool and Manchester United fans is the rivalry, but I think we would both love a Brighton goal in this game, which is a weird thing that Liverpool and Man United fans are on the same page. I'd love it. It's far-fetched, but sometimes it can happen. You've got to keep holding there. Fred's tenacity will be very crucial versus Liverpool, says Rahul Ron. Thanks for the super chats, by the way. Please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. I'll check in a minute if we've hit 293. I'm going to check 442s out in a bit, Mohammed. I've heard this. Yep. I'm on the Anfield Agenda tomorrow night, Ronan. I'm doing Red Men TV and Anfield Agenda. I think they're both tomorrow night. They're not at the same time. So, yeah, got some Liverpool stuff to do. Paul Farmer says, do you think United will stick with Cavani, Mark? Depends if he stays fit, really. He should have scored a couple of goals yesterday, shouldn't he, really? But Cavani's big issue is his injury record. Chia says, hey Mark, can you help wish my friend Pevan happy birthday? He's been a loyal fan for 4 years now. Happy birthday to Pevan. And we need a Morpay screamer, says Sebastian Bodry. Trossard's done well there. There's nobody forward for Brighton though. The City, look at the one thing about City this season is look at their work rate, look at their energy. Fantastic work rate. $14 minutes to go. Oh, Marpe was through. Bernardo, he nearly thought about shooting. Oh, so close. Marpe on the edge. No, that's a bad pass. He's still going to pick it up though. Go back post. Oh, what's he going to do? Little dink. Burn. Oh, he's too big. He's offside as well. Little bit closer. Marpe through the middle. The ball was nearly right. He just couldn't get away. Good defending by Stones and Diaz. Just closed him out. Tell you what, the City looking a bit shaky here. Do we dare? Do we dare to believe? What would you be specially subject beyond Mastermind, says Ruth Dixon. Have you watched Breaking Bad, says Ben says. Especially subjects on Mastermind, Manchester United, of course. Football in general. I'm quite good at Premier League football. And Only Fools and Horses. They've been my three things. Ten minutes to go. I'm starting to think something could happen here, but it's not logical, but it would be amazing. We need City to drop some points. They've got 6 winnable games in a row. One of those games, we need them to drop some points. Because if they win 6 in a row, they're going to be very hard to stop. Oh, Trossard's left the bloody... Was that Trossard? I don't think it was. Don't. Ah, he's bought the foul there. Typical Pep player there. Just to remind everyone in the live comments, loyal United Stand viewer here, just here to let you all know that United are top of the league, says Hodge, burn it down. And we are live at 8 o'clock, 24 minutes time. We will be live on the United Stand, by the way. It's a bit of a quick changeover. FIFA Career Mode is back on this channel tomorrow, Lakshar, yeah. It's a bit of a shame that we didn't do it today, but I know it's a very, very... crucial time as well, because it's an amazing title race on that as well. Come on, Brighton. One chance. One chance is all they need. Will they get it? Sebastian says, is it me or are City dislikable? I don't think that... I suppose they're dislikable. They're also just very beige. They're just very boring. There's something about their club that because it's built and it's not really built on anything, I'm tempted to say credible. It just feels very... the word plastic is right. It just feels very unreal. It just feels like, oh, here's a load of money. Let's buy a load of players and let's keep buying a load of players until we win something. And let's get in a stand and a stadium that, we can barely fill. But, I mean, look, they're a very good team. I'm not bitter there. They are a very good team, but there is something just very fake about Manchester City that they, for all the money... And look, they're a fantastically run club. The structure of their club's fantastic. If you've ever been to the ground... The facilities, it's amazing. And they've invested thoroughly in building a successful football club, which they have done. But there's just something that just doesn't feel real about Manchester City. It feels real to their fans, and I respect that, but I'm not a Man City fan, and a lot of people aren't. And, why are when Man City get linked to a player, even Lionel Messi, it's not major news. It's trending because it's Messi, it's not because it's Man City. They're just not... They can't capture the imagination of the wider general public. They capture the imagination of their own fans, but they don't capture the imagination. Man City is not as clickable on a news article as a Liverpool or as an Arsenal, as a Manchester United. And look, Arsenal have been nowhere near a title for 15 years. Man United, it's coming up for 10. Liverpool have won their first title in 30, but they're bigger clubs with more interest than a team like Man City, who's been one of the best, or probably the best, successful club in the last decade. Jenks110 says fish or chips. I'll have them both together, Jenks, to be honest. Top of the league, Mark. Let's enjoy it. Says Hodge, burn it down. You missed my last super chat. Check it out. Your Instagram. I've tagged you in a story. Visual Official. Says Sunshine Digital Media. I will take a look at that, mate. I'm not very good on Instagram, but I will have a look. 10 minutes to go. This is what I wanted, really. 1-0 with 10 minutes to go. Because if Brighton could find a way of scoring, there wouldn't be much time for City to get a winner. City will go and get the second goal now, but I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter that City are only winning 1-0. They deserve to be ahead 1-0, but you know, Brighton have got to try and do something now. I'm going to try and jinx this with a tweet. It's worked in the past. Basically, what I've said is City are where they are this season because of the defence. It's so strong, and I'm hoping it's going to be a jinx. I hope they're going to mess up. The Mandalorian or Cobra Kai? What a question, says from Tom Beamer. I like them both. I'd probably say the Mandalorian because it's so well written. I mean, it is well written, but I think Cobra Kai is quite cheesy, isn't it? But it works. So I like them both. I'm trying to jinx it. I've put a tweet out at Mark Goldbridge. I'm desperately trying to jinx it. If anything will work, we'll try it. United are playing Fulham next Wednesday as well. And Man City are playing Villa at the same time. I would like to watch that. I think Villa will give City a better game than Brighton, but you know, City might be playing better by then. Sam says Man City didn't build anything. They bought everything, including an FA Cups. Well, it's a true story, isn't it? That the owners of Manchester City didn't go, we're Man City fans, let's buy Man City. I mean, Man City just were lucky. There was no reason to pick Manchester City other than the fact that I think the reason they went for Man City is that they came with a stadium, didn't they? Because they got the Commonwealth Stadium. I pretty much remember that they looked at Aston Villa. They looked at Everton as well. So, I mean, you can't knock them for that. Newcastle wanted to get taken over by the Saudis, didn't they? I'm going to watch 442s after this, and then I'm going to do United Stand at 8 o'clock. The link, the video is, the live chat's already open on the United Stand, actually. Oh, come on. 5 minutes to go. Come on, Brighton. One chance. First goal scorer in the Spurs game, Son. I'm not watching it, no. The reason I chose this over the Spurs game is for two reasons. One, I just wanted to see City drop points in a miracle, which is not probably going to happen. And two, I can't be arsed doing Fulham 2 games in a row because I'm going to do Fulham-Chelsea on Saturday. So I was like, I can't do Fulham 2 games in a row. That's too much. Do you think Brighton are going to equalise? No. No, and the reason I don't think that they are is because Manchester City's defence this season is actually very, very good. It's very good indeed. And they're just not letting silly goals in this season. Let's play him in, slip him in. Lovely ball. Oh, it'll be a corner. Come on, Brighton, 86 minutes. Get it on somebody's head. George Kyle says Diaz is the best fit centre-back in the league. I like what you've done there because Van Dijk is injured. He is. He's been very good. And, you know, I remember United being linked to him. Certainly when Mourinho was here. Good signing by City. Corner to Brighton. Come on, somebody get your head on it. Webster, bang. Dunk, bang. Crap corner. Absolutely shit. It's one of my biggest pet hates. You know, I remember Ericsson doing it for Spurs a lot, and United did it a lot. Not putting in a good quality corner when you're a Premier League footballer is annoying, but not beating the first man. Here, they've got another corner now. Beat the first man. Inexcusable not to beat the first man on a corner. Here it comes from Brighton. Better. Straight into fucking hell. Don't beat the first man and then 2 corners. March off. Potter's furious. I tell you what, that happened in the first half as well. Corners straight into Ederson's hands. What a shit corner this is. Look at that. Absolute shite. Potter knows it as well. Shit. Just poor quality corners. It's one of the 2 principles when you're taking a corner. Beat the first man and don't put it near the keeper. He gets 2 corners in 2 minutes. One doesn't beat the first man. Second one puts it in the keeper's arms. Man of the match, Phil Foden. Well, you'd have to give him man of the match because he's got the winning goal here. Good play by Brighton. He's got it in the right wing. Into the box. Oh, he should have tried to hit his hand on the floor then. They've just got no quality in the final third, Brighton. Hi, Mark. How mad would you be if the league came down to goal difference and Maguire header last night the difference? Still can't believe Kevin Friend, says Julian Lee. Well, it wouldn't really be. If it comes down to 1 goal, I don't think we'd all be going there about that goal. There's, what about the miss from Martial at the end? That should have been there's been a few chances this season I think we've had that we could miss out on by 1. So, long way to go. Long way to go. I think for United, for me, it's about, getting top of the league. I'm a firm believer that you've got to be in a title race to understand what it's all about. And, we probably won't win the title this year, but hopefully they've got to get hungry for being top. They've got to get, they've got to get that winning feeling, really. And, staying consistent, says Fawaz. We've not had how long's going to be added on here yet. 4 minutes, maybe. 3 minutes? 3 minutes? When do you get 3 minutes in a bloody Premier League game? It's having a fucking laugh. I'm doing an 8 o'clock show on the United Stand, so I'm not doing Fulham Spurs. I'll have it on the telly, but I'm not watching a watch along. I've got to do United Stand at 8 o'clock. Better things to talk about than watch that. It's given a penalty. It's given a penalty to City. I don't think it was. I thought the keeper got the ball, but the referee's given a penalty. That'll be that. Can't see. Yeah, it is a penalty. Cock up at the back. Definite penalty to City. That'll be that. Manchester City. Dunk. What a prat. And Fanta Pants. Oh, is Sterling going to take it? I thought Fanta Pants took the penalties for City. Raheem Sterling. He won't miss this. Fucking ass. That's a shite penalty, that is. Right over the bar. Oh, it's awful. That's absolutely crap. He's put it over the bar by a long way. Not even row Z. NASA need to go and fetch that. Well, we've got a minute left. I don't think there's a chance for Brighton to get anything out of this, but they've missed the penalty there. Just whack it into the box. Get Dunk up. Last 30 seconds. Keeper's coming up as well. Cross comes in. Not a very good one. Oh, go on. Whip it in, whip it in. That looks like a foul to me. The referee's going to blow the whistle. 1-0 to Manchester City. He blew right on the 93 minutes as well. Nothing added on for the fact that there was about 30 seconds for the penalty to be taken. Ref was a bit dodgy for me tonight. You know, he gave that back pass. Added nothing on. Couldn't get out of there quick enough. Literally 93 minutes. And he went, even though we've had a penalty and a stoppage in the play. Added nothing on. But to be fair, Brighton just didn't have any quality in the final third. And Man City, again, their defence standing strong. And that bit of quality from Foden. A bit like Man United last night. You know, 1-0 win. And these wins are important. So Man City looking a threat. Of course they are. And a good win for Manchester City. Brighton are a good team, Brighton. They just lack quality. In the final third, they lack quality. And if they haven't got people like Basuma and Partey, Lamptey, they're going to struggle. But good win for City. Wasn't quite a boring game because I think the 1-0, you're always hoping Brighton are going to get something out of it. But a big 3 points for City. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm live on the United Stand in 9 minutes. So I'll see you over on the United Stand. Please subscribe, by the way. I think we did hit 293, but I'll just check. Bottom right hand corner to subscribe. FIFA career mode. We're 10 away, bottom right hand corner. So please subscribe. We're back on here tomorrow with the FIFA career mode. And I'm going to be on the United Stand in 9 minutes. See you in a minute. Thanks for watching.